Hey guys! So I just wanted to take a video and talk to you about where I am on the green spectrum right now and what influences my decisions and what kind of products I'm using at home. I wanted to open it up that if you have a question for me, some of you guys will ask me on Instagram, but some of you guys I know aren't on Instagram. So if you want to ask me any questions about like products I'm using or chemicals that I don't use, then feel free to ask away. But so here's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm a scale, always evaluating things, always weighing out my options. I was raised by hippies. My mom has a very minimalist approach to beauty products, beauty treatments, just kind of live your life. She taught me to always question everything, and I am a kinetic learner, so I have to know how stuff works. So you'll never hear me say that AHAs just exfoliate the skin. I'm going to tell you like where in the cell junction the exfoliation occurs, because that's just my personality. Then kind of my approach to my channel was I named this after a song by Rich Mullins. Look down upon this winter wheat and be glad that you have made blue for the sky and the color green. Really, it had nothing to do with beauty products. It was just I named that channel after that song because I love that song so much. And so when I started this channel, every synthetic chemical was bad, every natural plant thing was good. And I started this channel kind of as a hobby because I had my second baby last year. My kids are only 20 months apart, and I found myself at home a lot more than I had ever been in my life. Normally I'm doing CrossFit, then surfing, then hiking, then biking, then working some more. And I found myself at home all of a sudden a lot. And so this was a hobby that I could carry out that didn't really affect my family. I could just steal off to a corner for 20 minutes, make a video, and then have something I felt was mine. And over time, through this journey, I feel like I've learned so much. And it's been such a privilege and honor to get to know you guys and have you come along this journey with me. I want to make it clear right off the bat that I am not an expert about anything. I'm just a normal person just like you with a very inquisitive mind. I am an RN, so I do have some background in the medical field about how the body works, about pharmacology. So that helps, I think. I'm used to reading scientific studies. A lot of my skepticism about the beauty industry is influenced by my work in the medical field. I've seen multiple doctors not know what's wrong with a patient. I've seen every blood pressure medication thrown at a patient only for none of them to work. And there's a lot of things that are unexplained. So sometimes when I hear people act like they're such an expert or they know so much or they're so certain about skincare, I'm kind of like, I laugh because I'm like, there's no field. People aren't even like this in the medical field, this assumption that they know everything. Anyway, the other thing that plays into my viewpoints is this idea of what gets absorbed into the skin. So a lot of the things that get absorbed into the skin are of low molecular weight. We know that. Things like parabens, they have a small molecular weight. And take parabens, for example. I hear people on both sides of the aisle. One people claiming it causes cancer, the other people claiming there's no scientific proof for that and that parabens are just safe and fine. Here's how I look at something like that. This is how my mind works. Well, we know parabens are absorbed. We know that they get in there and they affect the endocrine system. Does that lead to cancer? Maybe not. But does that still mean that a synthetic ingredient that's really not supposed to be in the body is now interacting and affecting the endocrine system? Yes. So are you going to find me using parabens? No. It's not because I necessarily believe they cause cancer, but because I really want to distance myself from synthetic ingredients that are absorbed into the body. Now, my kind of where I'm at with products, I use conventional laundry soap, conventional dish soap. I use mostly green beauty, 99% green beauty. I worry the most about my kids, the water they drink, the food they eat. We use very minimal soap. you know, we just don't do a ton to them as far as products. I'm a big time advocate for only physical sunscreen. Like I said, I'm a scale, so I look at life in being that what we put on our body, what we put in our body, what we surround ourselves with, that's all affecting it. And so we live very close to a Monsanto farm. Monsanto is prevalent here in Hawaii, and my neighbor sprays her yard with Roundup like constantly. I worry a lot about those things more than the little bit of cream I'm putting on my face. But that being said, I still don't transition back to conventional products. I just don't sweat the small stuff. I am not a perfectionist. I maybe was at one time in my life, but I found it exhausting and impossible to achieve and a waste of time. I had some deaths in my family that really changed me. About 10 years ago, it really helped me put life in perspective, that none of us are promised tomorrow, that to become burdened with some of life's problems are a waste of time. So I always try to keep it in perspective. There's life out there to be lived. You know, I've seen young people who led really healthy, good lives have life ripped from them from cancer, car accidents. And I've seen really old people just disregard their health, not even know what medications they're on, and just keep living. So, you know, it's a scale, it's a balance, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I would love to hear from you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.